What is going on? What's going on, good people? We are here, 4th and 10 live, YouTube. No Nathan Owens, you got me in the building. Kick back, relax. We in the building. We feeling good out here. I hope you're rocking with us on YouTube. If not, we appreciate you out here on all the things. I don't know Nate's spiel, but you know what it is.
You're doing it better than he does.
It's going to be a good time. That's for
so
sure.
Much confidence to start.
I know. There was a professional
I don't know what to do with this.
behind this.
We're having a good time.
I love saying this. No, Nate's going to edit it.
Really?
This is so much better.
We kicked Nate off so that the Juneteenth ratio was correct.
That's it. Got to get it proportionate out here. We're going to have 50-50 on this day.
No,
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Damon Sumner. Get at me on Instagram, TikTok, Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the 2. Of course, we got the homie David Perdue.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DoOrDie. That's at DUEORDIE.
And the homie, of course, Dan Duncan.
What's up, everybody? At Dan Dunk. I don't check it, but you can hit me.
You can hit him up. You know,
Did you get that Twitter situation handled?
No, dude, I still.
Let it go.
On Twitter, I got hacked. I
Let it
can't
go,
get back in.
Let Twitter go.
But if you're into Bitcoin, follow Dan.
if you're trying to get your money,
At this point in time, it's just entertaining.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, the amount of people that have come out just so concerned that I lost my Twitter,
bro.
And I'm like, it's fine.
Wait, real quick. Did anybody come out thinking that was you?
No.
Okay, good.
That
That would have been the worst part.
Somebody was like, "Damn, tell me more about Bitcoin." Damn, like what?
Everybody was like, "Dude, So what I will say is, people hedge. They're like, I think your Twitter got hacked, and it did, but I can't get it back.
I knew immediately because I don't think. Because this is the thing, I don't think Dan, if he was into Bitcoin, would be that big loud about it.
No.
True that.
He'd be like, I'm going to make my money.
If I'm
going to tell you about it.
Take it down, baby. Take it down.
That's what I know. Oh, he's been hacked.
There's a cheat code. I'm going to keep it for myself.
Dan was like, I was looking at it.
That's why it's a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code because I can't tell everybody about it.
We're not game genie in this thing.
No. Listen, check us out over on Patreon as well. We just recorded another dope pre-show episode right there. If you don't know, patrons are having a dope time. We're giving them an extra episode every single week this time. We had some theories on this last episode. We gave the people some theories.
Yes.
You're going to tap in, exclusive Slack channel, all type of other exclusives we give it out throughout the years. So
also started a business.
Yeah, we've got some business going. We got some good businesses going. If you hate some people, you're going to want to listen to that episode.
Yeah.
That's for sure right there. But let's dive right into this. Let's go to work.
Let's do it.
Let's go to work. All right, let's get right into some sports right here. NBA's over. It's done for the next 742 days or whatever it is out here. Boston Celtics.
That's 2 years.
Is it? I'm not here to do math. All right. And so what I'm here to do
back by Christmas.
is to drive this bus. And so Boston Celtics, they just won 4-1 over the Dallas Mavericks, their 18th championship, the most now, surpassing the LA Lakers out here. And I'm going to be honest with you on a couple things. So just big picture nuggets here just for context. They beat them 4-1, best of 7. Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP. We'll dive into all the tactics a little bit. But I have to say for myself, this is, and not fully on purpose, I'll be honest, but this is probably the least Finals I've watched probably since maybe the bubble. It's probably since the bubble for me.
Which is a big statement for you.
Which is a big statement for me. This is prime time for me out here. One was because, and I'll talk about it later, was because I was in Alaska, and Alaska is
they don't care about basketball.
Dead.
So, they are.
There's no internet. There's one internet pole in the whole state. If you're in Alaska listening, get out. But two,
do you think they celebrate Juneteenth?
Do they there?
Yeah.
They don't know it exists.
Nobody. If they do, they're still there. Juneteenth has not gotten to Alaska yet. I saw one rancher. I was like, look at my eyebrows, bro. Get on this plane with me.
And he's probably like, they pay me like $3,000 a year to live here or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
They're giving me
People get paid
to live in Alaska. Yeah.
Surely you have to be like an indigenous person.
No, they need bodies. They pay you to
They were doing that in a Georgia town.
Columbus,
Yeah,
They
Columbus.
pay you to live in Columbus
come,
now.
we'll pay you to move here.
Yeah.
Columbus, Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Straight
pay
up.
Yeah.
So, but black people, don't do it. So I want to get into don't do that. Let's go big picture, though.
Yeah.
Just talked about the NBA Finals overall, about the series, enjoyment, expectations. Just give big theories. We'll start with you, David.
I'll try to be quick about this. Yeah, this was a boring. It shouldn't. Everybody says it's a boring finals.
Okay.
And I felt like this is a problem for the NBA if this was a boring finals. Because if Luka is supposed to be the face,
Luka's supposed to be one of the faces.
This can't be a boring finals.
I like this theory.
Right? Like that's a problem on on Luka's behalf for sure. It's like, what is it about?
A part with one of the most prestigious organizations in the league.
Yeah,
right.
And the prestige, but also one of the most hated.
Yeah, both things. Yep.
One of the most hated. Like, Lakers are kind of hated.
Mm-hmm.
Boston is
thoroughly hated.
You got to be in Boston to really like Boston.
Yeah, that's
facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, I think I appreciate it because it showed how much consistency matters. Meaning the Celtics for years were knocking on the door, and everybody was like, break them up.
Facts.
It ain't going to work. I'm pretty sure I might have said it at some point.
Sure.
Break them up is not going to work. All
Basically,
this other stuff.
everyone said it.
And now you look at it and it was like, oh, they could do this for a while because of the way the team is set up. Everybody play defense.
Everybody long.
And nobody cared about defense for the longest. And all of a sudden you got a team, and like, how are they dominating this whole year? Because they decided to play GMs, NBA people. Defense matters.
It matters.
It does matter. Yes, we can shoot the threes all day, but if you can't stop nobody at all, you can't just hide that.
Interesting fact that you break that up. Not only do they play defense, they're also at the same time this year the team that had the most 3-point attempts.
Yep.
So they were doing both.
You can do both. You can do both. So I think it was a dope finals.
You watched most of it?
You thought it was dope. Yeah. Like, that's the word you would put around it.
Because I liked who won.
Okay.
Yeah, as a Hawks fan, I couldn't see Luka win. That would have been like,
there we go.
Burn it down.
Ding.
I could not see that.
Come on, be honest.
See that.
It's a safe space.
There was so much. I ain't gonna lie. There was so many things I couldn't see Luka win, but at the same time, kind of want to see Kyrie beat Boston. Kind of want to see that.
Has some storylines.
Jaylen Brown, I think he's an incredible story. Atlanta dude. Yep. I kind of want to. And then Jason Tatum, very unproblematic. Son is always there. He's not like a boisterous.
You're on the fence.
You're likable. Like Al Horford, 17 years. The Atlanta Hawks got rid of because like he's getting too old. It's not gonna work.
Like
10 more years later.
10 more years later,
you
champion.
are wrong. So there was several stories that I was.
So it worked for you.
Holiday. Likable, like I was like, I don't like Boston, but I like their players.
Got you. So that's what made it for you.
Yes.
Dope. Some of the storylines.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you. What about you? How'd you feel about the NBA Finals?
I thought it was boring.
Okay.
And I fall into the majority category primarily because Dallas, opposite of Boston, plays no defense. It is atrocious how bad their defense is.
Here's what's key.
Yeah.
Going into the finals,
Facts, right?
They were the second best defense in the playoffs.
But
when you come up against a juggernaut,
and watching Luka play defense is just like, God, it's so bad.
Crush 300 like a Bentley till a real Bentley pull up. Cat Williams, come on.
That's true. Yeah. So anyway, I think I watched game 1.
Game 1, boom.
2,
blowout.
4.
Blowout. 4 was a blowout for Dallas.
Yep.
You skipped 3.
I wanted to see if they were gonna get swept.
Okay. That's why you tuned back in.
Yeah. And then I watched game 5 because I wanted to see if Nate was going to be right. So shout out to Nate. Every squirrel finds a nut.
Shout out to Nate.
Speaking of old Nathan Owens, we have a new commenter in chat.
Okay.
Someone named Nathan Owens who says, "Oh, he just deleted his comment."
Did he?
I saw it, Nate. I saw it.
It
just said it says Seth's looking real empty.
Oh, was that
and then he deleted it.
Then he deleted
it. He deleted it
like
live.
A scaredy cat. That's very funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's very funny. We do want to. He got the actual.
Only he would delete.
Oh, there we go. No, he deleted it and he put a different one up.
He put a different
Seth
one up.
looks real empty without me.
What are you supposed to be doing?
Ain't you driving?
Let me tell you what I don't do when I'm not here.
Yeah. Why?
Watch the show. Because it's in good hands. Well, we do want to give Nate y'all all picked Boston. I picked Dallas. I was wrong on that here. Check the scoreboard. Still doing pretty well with my predictions. But I was wrong. I said, boom, it is what it is.
I'm like Jordan. I'm losing the finals.
What'd you pick?
Did you place any wagers on
I didn't place any wagers. I've got to figure this out. Before this year is over.
Okay.
Listen to my word. On the sound of my voice. I will be betting before this year is over. I'm still working it out.
You're doing good.
You said it in 6 and 7? Y'all had y'all had Boston in 6 and 7.
I think I probably had 6.
Yeah,
because Dallas came in hot.
They came in hot.
Can we talk about cruises and sports opportunity while we talk about businesses for a second?
Listen, man, we can live life.
Okay, because I'm thinking about the next time there's an NBA Finals or a World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone goes to Vegas for March Madness.
Yep.
They pull up, they bet, because it's easy, right? Like, you don't have to worry about your, ways to bet in states that it's still not above par.
Facts.
there needs to be cruise ships just made for like, hey, like you don't have to fight the Vegas BS.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk the strip.
I'm gonna throw a wrinkle in that. I don't think it's a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
But when people lose, ain't just jump on off that. You gonna hit a lot of people.
All right, you're right. Let's go back. Let's go back.
A house. Bye.
This feels risky. I'm out.
That was an important wrinkle. That was an important wrinkle out here, bro.
They could put a diving board on a lower level.
We must be in like 8 feet. It's just a shallow cruise.
Here's your life preserver.
Yeah.
We'll swing back around.
Yeah. We got to be all when the game is over. We all cuffed to 3 people. There's a buddy system. Some buddy system.
Well, my losers. I need to know somebody wrangles the losers.
Red table.
If you lost, report to me.
We sleep inside tonight. All right.
There's
snacks.
Yeah.
It's a lock-in.
This is a real lock-in, right? And you gonna go home to see them too. You gonna face these consequences.
Get home, okay?
Bro, have I ever told you about the time I was sitting at Vegas and watched someone bet their house?
No. Please tell the story.
Okay.
You're in Vegas.
We're in Vegas.
This is recent?
This is like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, this is recent enough.
And sitting at a blackjack table playing.
Yeah.
High enough stakes that there is not a high limit on your bet.
Got it.
And we're sitting there, we're playing, we're having a good time. I'm playing with house money at this point in time.
Got it.
And
Love
so
that.
like it's pretty stress free.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and this dude comes up and starts just playing on 2 spots. So like when you can spot either a professional gambler
For sure.
or someone who is about to lose their shirt if they start like playing multiple spots at a blackjack table. Because they're basically hedging, right? They're trying to play kind of the house odds and try to swing them in their favor. And that is a very professional thing to do, or a very quick way to lose
1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's 1 or 2.
Insane amounts of money. So he loses everything.
Boom.
In about 10 minutes.
That's too quick to lose everything.
And this was like the mortgage payment for most people happening right then and there. He comes back with triple the stack.
Triple mortgages.
We have a problem.
Triple mortgages.
And at this point in time, I'm just assuming he's a pro and like he busted. He took a break and he's coming back.
He know what he do. He got this in the account.
About halfway through this like re-up, he turns like blank white because he's just losing. And like the strategy in blackjack professionally is you start to bet more as you lose, because basically like the odds would say that like you can basically bump your bet until you're back to even.
Sure.
As a way to like hedge. So he's playing this way, which I never play because I'm not rich enough to play that way.
Baby.
But this dude's out here just losing, and he turns blank white. And he gets down to like $1,000.
$1,000. He said he gets down to.
Right.
And he basically just pulls the nuclear, or hits like the nuclear button, and like doubles, he wins. He doubles, he wins. He doubles, he wins. He doubles, he wins. And he gets back to like, $20,000, something like that. And like his wife walks up to him, and he's like, "I just lost our like mortgage payments for the year."
He said it's out loud.
And I want him back.
You gotta leave him, ma'am. I don't know if you listen to this podcast, you gotta leave him.
So not that we're making Nate twice, making Nate right twice in a single episode.
Nate ain't right twice. Listen, okay.
There are some people that shouldn't bet.
There are some people who shouldn't bet. There's some people who shouldn't do drugs.
That man.
Okay?
Yo,
some people do drugs well.
Yeah.
Some people do gambling well.
He's not one of those people.
Not one of those people.
Justin Timberlake does drugs well, apparently, because we didn't know.
We are trying to figure this out. Has it been reported and confirmed?
He was arrested.
No, we know this.
Yeah.
David came before the show, was like, "Yo, did you hear that JT also had cocaine on him?" And we was like, "What?"
It was Molly for sure.
It was Molly for sure. You're confident in that?
Confident in
Not
Molly.
confident 100% in cocaine.
I'm gonna assume.
You're gonna assume cocaine and Molly?
I'm gonna assume if you make a certain amount of money, I'm gonna assume you're partying with cocaine.
This is the first thing.
I don't think
I know poor people.
I
who
thought
party
about
with
this
cocaine.
the other day. I watched a fairly famous comedian one time do a drug I thought was beneath him.
Ooh.
And I go, "You're too rich for this." I remember being in grade.
You're too rich for this.
You're too rich for that
What
drug.
are you doing?
Like, I was like, "What type of rich are you?"
Crack?
Okay.
I
Doing crack?
I was disgusted by the
Allegedly,
poverty in his drug.
This is from the bloodstream, so it's not necessarily. I don't know if they found the substances.
I see.
But he had traces of Molly, poppers, Troubadour, and Coke.
Troubadour.
And Troubadour
That's what
is a prescription medication used to treat HIV. It's also used to treat hepatitis B infections.
Either way, yikes.
Either way,
Yeah, poppers.
Poppers, yeah.
Jalapeno poppers?
I knew it.
I'm not
You know
surprised
he's
you
very
know
serious.
poppers.
I have no. Can you educate us? I have no idea.
Thank you. Everybody's not
I
in here with
forget
the
what,
lingo of drug world.
I have no idea.
Come on, okay?
Well, I'm trying to think.
I know placenta. I don't know poppers. All right? There's a fine line.
Ew, that's a
But-
lot,
but-
Justin.
but, by the
a
way,
lot, bro.
this is a dad. Like, this is a dad.
I don't know. I'm a call.
Y'all are acting surprised like dads don't do.
No. That's not what
No,
we're
that's
saying.
fair.
That's
Maybe
not what we're
okay.
saying. That's not what we're saying. We're also saying,
I'm too
one,
tired to do
he's
drugs.
a dad who's on a world tour.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
He's doing way more than me,
He's
and I'm too tired to do drugs.
He's got that Disney kid energy. Though.
I mean, there are
But also,
heaps of-
poppers are like it's an inhalant, and a lot of times it's used in the gay community for certain activities to become easier.
Well, he clearly had a good time a couple days ago, and that's what we'll say. It's in his bloodstream. If it get in your blood, it's in your soul.
Who do you think he called? I saw somebody.
What?
Said,
What are you
who do
about to
think
say?
Who do you think he called? Like you
That was pretty poetic. Y'all write that down. What's that?
Like who he called?
Who did he call? What you mean?
He gave
Oh, the one
phone
phone. He ain't called Jessica.
No,
He-
I
No.
I heard somebody say he called Jimmy Fallon. which I would love to see.
Oh.
I have a thing where you ever watch Fallon?
Yeah.
He is like a robot in the sense
He
of
is.
how he responds to things.
True.
So like every time it's a musical performance, he'll run. That's how you do it, my man.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So
Yeah.
I just imagine Justin like, my man, that's not how you do it. Yeah, it's not how it's done, my man.
Oh my goodness.
Justin,
I think.
baby.
Did he call Jimmy Fallon? Because Jimmy Fallon probably was experienced.
Jimmy
dealing
Fallon was
with-
like, oh, buddy.
He was like, he's my guy.
It's my guy. Yeah.
Here's my
Oh,
guy.
Jimmy mess with the drugs?
Jimmy, get down, boy.
Jimmy, get down.
It's
don't
this
know
is a lot of rumors that have been
okay.
very, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
We spilling tea
he's
out here.
drinking. He's
Yeah,
lot
Jimmy
of-
definitely is
throughout like all of tapings.
he's apparently a
through-
stereotypical Irish.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
What do they call
Wow.
it?
Yeah.
Booze hound?
Yeah, booze hound. That sounded
Hoppers.
from a different time.
Bozo, beat it, yo, bozo. We was
Yeah.
an
I'm
old
so
slave.
disappointed in people. I thought Justin.
You had him
made
too
it out
high,
of
Dan.
Mickey
You
Mouse
had him too
Club.
high. You had him
I
too
thought
high.
Jimmy Fallon was our like wholesome.
Hey,
Hey.
take him off those pedestals, big dog.
Hey, Gosling is the realest one out of the Mickey Mouse Club. Ryan Gosling is the realest one.
Can't
out
put
of
it
the Mickey
past them.
Mouse
He got
Club.
too much money.
Yeah.
Think about
That's
how much
fair.
money you have right now. Cause I'm confident. I think you do drugs because of how much money you have, man. But I could imagine how much more money it would take for you to do those type of drugs. Not a lot, Dan.
Yeah.
Not a lot, Dan.
I have a lot less money than Dan, and I've done those things.
Dan has a couple of Airbnbs. Dan is doing drugs. What I'm saying is,
I got a podcast studio. That's
you see this? It's a small line.
Right.
It's a small line.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Where were we at?
We're talking,
Sports.
yeah, we're talking finals. Anybody else
Oh.
have finals takes?
Oh, so last thing I want to say about the finals is this. This is my take.
Okay.
Championships, to me, matter too much to people
Ooh.
because Derek White, who was an unsung hero the whole season
Absolutely.
for the Boston Celtics, Derek White wins his championship. He was with the Spurs for years, and he hits his face.
Dog.
Hits his face in the ground, chips a tooth.
Chips a tooth.
Right? He chips a tooth.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he wins. He's excited, and he says, "Man, I'll lose all my teeth for another championship." And I said, "This is too much. We have lost reality." Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'm putting the comedy perspective.
Mhm.
Selling out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Arena tours. I was like, Damon, it's all your footsteps. It's right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna take all your teeth.
Okay.
We're gonna take all your teeth.
You
Okay?
saying no?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hey.
You're not take all my teeth.
Take all my teeth.
Not at all.
You tell you why?
No. What'd you say?
Because I'm rich enough to get new
No,
ones.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about here's what you're about to say.
I said I'm
They're
Madison.
never as good as the originals.
That's true.
You ever seen somebody's second wife? She's never as good. Miss Shirley is never as good as Aunt Lisa. It's never the same. You remember Aunt Viv?
Yeah.
There's only one original Aunt Viv.
OG Aunt Viv.
You gonna come in here with a nice smile for like 3 years.
As soon
as he
Harriet
hit 51,
Winslow. The OG. There was a new Harriet Winslow.
Oh boy, what is it? Come on now.
Good point.
With Juneteenth here, I really want to participate in this conversation, but I can't.
Come on, get in here.
Free.
All right, we're wrapping up the NBA. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
For the finals, nah.
Is Jason Tatum still the best player for Boston?
He had the better stats.
Yes.
He had the better stats.
He led them in rebounds, assists.
For the finals, he had the better stats.
I hear you. Go ahead, finish your statement.
No, I'm just saying, like,
this is true.
Either
he had the most points,
it.
rebounds, and assists for the team. This is true.
Yeah, either one could have got the MVP.
That's a fact. Yes, that's also true.
Yeah.
What I also think is true is that they played 5 games. He was good to really good in 2 out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Bad, game 1, game 2, game 4.
Tatum? Okay.
Bad. Statistically.
Not great.
Holistically, right? And then he scores 30 plus. A lot of points, assists, whatever. I think he played a good game. Assists and rebounds, that's effort. That's playmaking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's IQ, right? But then you take the consistently of Brown and then that defensive side of the ball.
Did he actually stop anybody? Who did he go? No, I'm just asking. Like
Brown?
No, meaning like, somebody. He's a good defender. But
Brown made Luka the best player in the whole series.
What did Luka average?
What did he average?
Like, did he get off? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Iguodala won a Finals MVP for holding LeBron to 29, 11, and 8. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, let's be very clear.
Yeah, like he still got his point. Yeah.
If you're the best, you're not gonna stop nobody.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hold it and make it difficult where your team win 1 game. You know what I'm saying? That thing. So anyway, I think the argument can be made now at the end of the finals that people maybe would have made is what I'm saying. That Brown,
definitely.
Yeah.
People not asking about is it worth it?
It's a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a conversation.
Absolutely.
Tatum's still the best player on the team.
I would
disagreeing.
Yeah, I would.
Not disagreeing.
Yeah,
the best players, they take on more the defensive schemes, double teams, like. Yeah. So then when you put,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You
like,
freed up a little bit.
Put Jordan Poole on the Wizards, and it's like you the man now.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Yeah,
that's true.
Good. All right, let's get into clearly because it's our best topic right now according to YouTube. Golf time. All right,
what's up, guys?
What's on out here?
Golf fans showing up.
We're gonna get into a little bit of this out here. We got a quick little golf story time out here. Dan, won't you take it, lead us away? Give us some context. Talk to us.
All right. Well, apparently, explaining golf to y'all does well on YouTube.
I'll run it up. Appreciate that.
So
we're here for you.
This past weekend was the U.S. Open.
Great weekend.
Okay, we've already talked about how 50-plus golfers that are non-professionals can get into
we did
this
talk
tournament.
about
which is
crazy.
The slots that are available to qualify.
Yep.
Fascinating.
Absolutely.
Okay, so going into this tournament, Rory McIlroy has basically said it has been, I think close to a decade since he won a major.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
But yet he has been the number 1 golfer in the world in the last 3 or 4 years. He's won the Tour Championship, and people are starting to say, "Are you ever going to win again?" He was supposed to be Tiger Woods. He was supposed to carry the mantle, and now he can't find a major championship.
Listen.
Sky Scheffler has dominated the golf world this past year, and right now you have really 1 live golfer showing up for this tournament to make it interesting in Bryson DeChambeau, who is very famously right now the only professional fully bought in on the YouTube golf game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So he is out here like playing to the fans, and because of playing to a younger audience, he has become the favorite golfer despite going to live, which he's the only live golfer with a following. He's the only live golfer that people care about. So this is like the stage.
Just in case somebody doesn't know what a live golfer means.
Live is the Euro League of the basketball world.
There it is.
It is. You have the NBA and the PGA, meaning the PGA Tour, and then you have Euro, which is essentially live golf.
Yeah.
Where you can make a bunch of money.
A lot of money.
But the competition is minimal, and generally those golfers are not competing when they come back over to the PGA Tour. Now, you have a few outliers, and like Brooks Koepka won the U.S. Open a year ago, I think 2 years ago. Maybe the PGA, I might be flipping them, but he won a couple years ago. Anyway, we show up for this. Here's the deal: Pinehurst number 2. There is no rough, and this golf course is mean. Basically, if you took a green or like a bull and flipped it over and made the bull, that is what every green is built like. Oh, no. So if you hit it offline a little bit, it's gonna bounce and it's gonna bounce forever away. So it's one of the most difficult golf courses in the world. Well done. So here's what happens. This is the fun part.
Here we go.
Rory McIlroy, last day, has the lead.
Yep.
He hits it onto. He needs to get up and down on 18 to make par.
Yep.
He has got a 3-foot, 4-foot putt.
Ooh. Seems like I should be.
And
knock it in. Knock it in.
He was like 269 for 269 inside of 3 feet.
Kill it.
And
that's called perfection.
He missed.
Oh, a twist.
Bogeys the hole.
That's crazy.
Goes into a tie for the lead with Bryson DeChambeau. People's champ, coming up 18. Oof. Bryson hits it into a bunker, has a 50-yard bunker shot, which is kind of well known to be the hardest. It's like shooting from half court.
Yeah,
it's the most difficult shot you can
difficult,
hit.
Unlikely to make it.
Exactly.
Type of
He's probably not going to up and down. We're probably going to a playoff.
Yep. Got it.
So right on the screen, you have Rory McIlroy, who has just rescinded his divorce. He's decided to commit to his marriage.
Hold on. We went into the personal side.
but he's sitting here staring down somebody trying to take away his major championship.
You can rescind a divorce?
Yeah, I don't know.
So he served the papers and was like, give it back.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does she have?
Okay.
What does she have? She's like, put them papers back unless you want this out.
You want this out?
And he's like, give me them papers.
Let me get that back.
This is why I love telling you all these stories.
Yes.
And so Bryson hits it to 4 feet, makes the putt, fist pumps 17 times around the green.
Yeah. Come on.
And then stays until like 11 p.m. signing every single person's autograph that was there. This is what I want to say. Bryson DeChambeau is what golf needs in the world right now.
Okay.
And I really, really hope that we get to see more of him because he gets it. Golf is boring.
So it's funny. I literally I follow this dude on Instagram. His name is Jordan Rogers. I think he used to work for like Nike.
Okay.
Does personal brands, all this stuff.
Okay.
You know this dude? So he had a whole video. I think I saw this 2 days ago talking about Bryson and talking about like this dude would like let fans touch the trophy and like walk around like sign. And I'm like, this ain't golf.
This ain't golf.
I've never seen golf. Even Tiger Woods wasn't this accessible.
Yeah.
Like Tiger Woods was dominant and brought people in.
Yeah.
Right? But he's saying, hey, you who are already in, be a part of this. Because it is, I mean, there are ropes. There are different things for fans to like be separated.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, we all in.
No.
We all in. And I was like, that's not golf. That's never been what golf is. I as someone who is not into golf like that, I can get
it's
behind
something
a guy
that
like
can try to pull you behind.
Yeah,
Is this a younger fella?
He is younger. But here's the thing is he was very famously like unapproachable like for a long time because he is like he basically reads every green and does a calculus equation on every single read to figure out how hard
a beautiful mind type of guy.
Hit it. Like, he is a mad scientist. He floats all of his golf balls in Epsom salts before a tournament to figure out which golf ball is the most centered, like with the core of the golf ball.
He out here.
And no one does stuff like that?
No.
Okay. We dealing with a really mad scientist.
Got a wizard in the building.
And so
pull out the Epsom salt.
Bro, that's that little extra
people used to just call him like people. I mean, he was just too much all the time, and people just were like, "Dude, you are weird, and no one understands you."
Yeah.
And he took that weird and made it like approachable, and now everyone's like,
"What made him change?"
I think going to live, realizing that like no one cared about him anymore. Also, like he in the science world of things, he tried to become this like long drive, hit the ball further. Now he still hits the ball further than anyone else on tour, but like he ended up like doing things to his body, like eating too much like protein all the time. Like I think he kind of broke.
Sure.
I think he like made himself a machine in the golf world. Like I'm gonna beat the game.
Yeah.
And I think like ultimately it didn't like deliver.
You can't beat golf.
You can't beat it.
I don't know much about.
And he wasn't winning. And he wasn't winning. He won. I mean, his last major was the U.S. Open 3 years ago.
He went over to live. Got some money,
Yeah.
got some freedom,
Yeah.
got some privileges, and had us like, let me just chill out. Let me just.
And he chilled out.
Let me get a Kit Kat out here and
he
let somebody
still
touch my trophy
self,
right
but
here.
it's a way more like fun.
Gotta respect
and, like,
these people, man.
He understands it's weird. I think before he was like, I'm just smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
And now
he's having fun about it.
He's having fun.
That's key. Fun is always key.
Yeah.
Fun is always key.
Well, I would say I think fun is key.
Uh-huh.
I'm just speaking golf, right?
Okay.
What little I know, I feel like fun is definitely key.
Sure.
Also, you either have to be kind of fun or like so not fun that you're dominant.
One of the two.
Right? Like Tiger Woods, I don't think was fun.
I don't think Tiger was fun.
At all. But he was dominant.
He was dominant.
So if you're going to be not fun, you better win all the time. Otherwise, you're really not going to have fun.
Tiger had a lot of fun.
But
let's be very clear.
He
had a lot of fun.
Yeah, too much fun.
But he was not fun. Too much. Was it too much?
I think so.
He was having too much fun.
Was it too much?
I think so.
I don't know if you could put
we can bring this to our next topic.
I think his family could.
We can jump to our next topic around rivalries.
Yes.
But here's what I'll say: is this was the most viewed golf the Sunday round when Bryson and Rory were going back and forth. Was the most viewed golf round of the year, and I think 5 million more viewers than like the U.S. Open last year. The point being is the Caitlin Clark-Angel Reese debate. Like, what is good for golf? What is good for every sport is for people to not like each other.
Gotta have a little bit
and
of
have fun. And go at one another and go back and forth.
Some competition.
Rivalries are necessary, and sports are just fundamentally boring because they don't matter. Championships don't. No one cares. Like in 6 weeks, no one's gonna care unless you're a hardcore basketball fan.
Unless you're from that city specifically.
Yeah,
like if I were to say like, hey, 10 years ago, who won the Super Bowl?
If it was us, we would know.
I'd have to really think
You're bringing
about
up a good point because I think if you bring it back to the NBA, I think a lot of these finals have not been fun because there's no rivalries. Everybody's kind of friends.
That Cavs Warriors rivalry
that was
for
a real
5 years.
that was a
like, I'll run that back. I'll run it back with Kyrie. I'll run it back with Durant. I'll run it back without him. Run it back with all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like head to head. Oh, you gonna disrespect Steph with the look back?
Yeah.
Oh, run that back. You know what I'm saying?
People took stuff personal.
My favorite finals, I think of all time, was the Celtics Kobe final in like 2007, 2008,
back to back.
Yeah.
Celtics won.
Yep.
And then he beat them. And that was a good one. That was game 7. Oh, that was two, and those were two
historical rivalries,
organization, and
like,
the players.
But then the players bought into the rivalry. It wasn't like, we good.
No, they're like, I hate these cats.
Yeah, we don't like
KG
you.
like, no, on Lord, son.
Lord,
son, no.
Lord, we don't mess with Lord.
He's dead to me, fam. On the court, we dead.
Yeah.
But rivalries are big.
Are we gonna go to that?
We're gonna get into some rivalries real quick out here.
Before we move on, we got some comments. Thanks everyone for engaging and watching live. Sterling Q Davis was telling Nate to stand by his NBA predictions, and then Elliot Smith was goading Nate as well. But Justin Taylor was talking about the guy who let everyone touch the trophy. I forgot his name because
Bryson.
I don't know anything about
sports.
But he said, "Gotta love a man of the people."
Gotta love a man of the people.
You gotta love
to.
The people. That's why The Rock blew up. Man of the people.
Man of the people.
People's champ, man.
And The Rock has rode that wave.
Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Can we talk about someone who's not done anything?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Brilliant in his career, yet is brilliant in. I mean, okay, The Rock?
Slow down, Dan.
He's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
What are you saying?
He hasn't made a great movie.
That's not true.
That
true.
Is not What's the great movie?
Moana is the great movie.
Okay. Moana is just for the record. I agree.
You ain't never seen Moana?
Bro, I have no kids. What do you mean?
What's that got to do with greatness?
Nothing.
Moana's good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying
Moana's good as hell.
Thank you.
To be fair, I've seen no animated movies in a very long time.
So you're consistent.
Yeah, it's not a Moana thing. It's in every animated thing for the most part.
Carry on.
Go ahead.
All right. Anywho, we got excited. I wanted to make sure. No bad movies.
He hasn't made good movies. He never won a real championship. I don't. He works
out. What he just said? The most
electrifying man in sports entertainment.
We don't have time for this. We got to move on. Let's talk rivalries, which you can get in the Rock Stone Cold another time. Because that was a rivalry for sure.
Yeah.
If I hear glass break to this day, I'm like, let's go. You understand? Yeah. I got to get a leather vest. All right, so Listen, rivalries is big, man.
Damon 360.
Rivalries are big, without question. Sports and golf, you got all this here. You know, sometimes it's disappointing when you think something's going to become a great rivalry. Like staying with golf, like it was like, oh, is Tiger and Phil going to be? And we was like, oh,
domination.
This is not a rivalry at
Get
all.
out the fight.
When you think it's going to be something, it's like, oh, this was never a chance, right? So right now, one of the most watched WNBA game just happened this past weekend of all time. Chicago Sky, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever. Right now, they're both battling for playoff position in the WNBA. And so it was like, oh, let's talk about rivalries just real quick in general, because I won't speak for y'all, but I think their rivalry, which has been happening for now 3 years, right, since the championship game a couple years ago in for women's college basketball, is going to be one of the just pivotal moments for the W to continue to, from marketing to sponsorship to eyes and totality, for it to continue to blow the league up. I think personally it is the W's Bird and Magic type of vibes here. The NBA, if you don't know context, was dying in the 70s. Bird and Magic come out, and the rest is literally history, and it goes on from there, right? And so with that being said, I want to throw out a few other rivalries here. I mean, just any thoughts on that in general? Does that make you with me on that?
I'm with you.
Okay. You disagree with which one?
I have just one point to make about the rivalry.
Caitlin or general?
That one.
Okay.
That one, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's not a rivalry
in the sense of
that they have created. Like, I guess it could have been in college.
Okay.
Right now, it's not. And I also think that it won't be the same. I think we're making it that.
Well, I think the same thing with Bird and Magic. Bird and Magic, they played in a championship game in college.
I feel like a lot of the fire behind this is coming from people who don't watch basketball.
I'm not talking about them.
But those are the people that help make it a right. Like, we talk about it more because there are people.
I'm not talking about cats who have come in and don't know how physical sports are, and I'm talking about who want to make this about just purely race. I'm talking about basketball fans
Bird and Magic liked each other.
Love.
Bird and Magic end up coming full circle and being best friends.
This is true.
Like
Magic was Bird's mom's favorite player.
This is true.
Rivalries are more in the mind's eye of the fans, and the fans embody them. I think Angel Reese doesn't I genuinely think isn't a Caitlin Clark apologist. She may not dislike her, but she would be like, "Yo, I'm better than this girl."
I think that's just basketball though.
But that's what
competition.
That is
sports,
the core
fire.
of a rivalry. Is like, this person is getting love that they don't deserve. I'm better than this person. That's the core of Tiger Phil. Phil's like, yo, I'm better than this dude. Now Tiger obviously proved over time, right. But you have these core identities that you're like, we are better than this person. We shouldn't lose to this person.
We should have more.
Despite their popularity, I should win more than I lose to this, other entity, other person.
That iconic picture of LeBron in 2016 when Steph gets the MVP in 2015, they win the championship, and then in 2016 they come back, and Steph goes for the layup, blocks the LeBron blocks the shot, and he looks back with disgust, like they really thought the disrespect was gonna be taken. You know what I'm saying, by this light skinned cat out here. I'm still the best in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Forget about me.
That type of animosity is what, as a fan, and I'm a low key fan with sports, as you know. It excites, you know what I'm saying? It invigorates.
You want competition.
Yeah, that's it.
You want deep competition.
Yeah. No, so I think there's real competition when those two women get on the court.
I think I just wanted to speak to the fact that I think people who are new to basketball, and also just like real stands in a way that's not healthy, are ruining it.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring them up, but you brought them up because it's a valid point of how media and conversations are having.
I don't think it's ruining anything.
I wouldn't say ruining.
We talked about this before, but
race was a part of Bird and Magic. It's gonna be a part of everything for sure.
And I want to. I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because I think that's important. I think we're gonna get to the rivalry thing in the whole, but it was a point that I wanted to make about how the WNBA, we want to call it Bird and Magic, but it's more than that.
Sure,
it's more than that because I do think there are players who don't like Caitlin Clark, but I don't think it's because of the media or whatever.
Sure.
I think the WNBA, we talking about eyes and people on it.
Yep.
I think I think we forget that it is a black women and particularly queer black women led league. So this is the league that wants the smoke.
Sure.
In a sense of they'll get an owner fired for saying wild stuff.
Facts.
Or they'll this. because it's like almost like you can afford to be an activist when you're not corporate.
Yeah.
This is not a corporate.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the players aren't corporate. So like I feel like a lot of the energy that they bring is this very kind of refreshing. Like, yo, yeah, we don't care. We about like integrity in a sense and not the corporate. I think Caitlyn is the first corporate player in the W.
Think so?
Yeah.
Of all time? Or
for
recently?
Sure. Of all time. She came in with money. These women never came in with money.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm bringing it back to her statements. People kind of talk about it. But it's like, yeah, she's, like, having Jordan-esque comments. People, when I think it was Dejanay Carrington was like, it's a luxury to be able to say nothing. Yeah, she's doing what Michael Jordan did. Republicans buy shoes, too. Yeah. It's the same thing. She's corporate.
Sure.
Nobody in the W before her had to think like that.
Sure.
She's the first one.
Yeah.
That like can stand behind it. I'll say all to say is like I think there's a nuanced conversation that could be had around it, and I also think that there's like as much as you want to call it bird and magic, it's like it's something else.
Sure,
you
ain't always got to put it in the same box with comparison for sure.
It's still catapulting that league into relevancy because it's not relevant without them.
It's not as relevant without question.
It's not. It is relevant to you are fans who you're fans to. There is a very small population of people before this resurgence and growth phase of the WNBA
who was rocking with
that
the
were
W.
rocking
Facts. Those are statistical facts.
Totally.
Without question.
I don't think everybody there wants these new fans.
Oh, that's also true.
Well, they should.
I don't want all the new comedy fans.
If you want equality and pay, if you want to like stand on some of these things, you better want fans there. And look, you go to a Patriots game, there is a bunch of D-bags in the fans. Fans are not the best version of society.
No.
And so if you open it up to a wide range of people, and it's not this core small group of people who are dedicated to the both the humanity and the skill sets of these hardworking athletes, and you open it up to just Joe Schmo. I sit in Georgia games with hardcore fans who say things about the offense that's being run or the defense that's being run. I'm just like, you have no concept of what's happening on the field right now, and yet you're yelling. But that is fans.
Sure, there's tiers of fans.
And
for
so
sure.
to say well, I don't know that people want that these new fans. Okay, there might be that you're becoming Nathan Owens at that point in time. We were here first.
No.
And so
that's
you guys can't come.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I think so. I'll give you a perfect example. It's Juneteenth. I'll throw this out there, right? The Negro Leagues.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It was its own brand of baseball.
Facts.
The way they played, the style of play, all of the money that was made, all of it.
Yep.
And the people that got it. They made good money.
Sure.
At one point in time, they actually sold more tickets than some professional Major League Baseball teams, right? They made more money. Once they integrated, a lot of the style, a lot of the fanship, a lot of that disappeared.
Some of the freedoms, et cetera.
So there's a lot of people who say, should we have? Obviously, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But, there is this, what happened to the game. It's a different game.
Different.
And it's different fans, and it brings on
a
different
new
responsibilities that weren't all positive.
This is
and
true.
You lost a lot of things along the way that I think should be valued. So I think the W's in
it's a give and a take.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is the W's an interesting place where it's because of the history that we know about sports that have this growth and do these things. They're right to have some sort of pause to say, let's let everything in, and money is the only thing we care about.
Sure.
Because it's we actually have the chance to build something
great.
That way we want it as athletes. That doesn't have to have the you don't have to lose the integrity of what it was.
Right? I hear.
So
it's similar.
But what's okay? So in your words, what is being lost?
Okay. Part of it is you get these I don't know. I've been to now 3 Dream games.
Okay.
Every time I'm there, I go, oh, this feels like a family reunion that I got invited to. There is an atmosphere of support. There's an atmosphere you don't hear the crazies. You know what I mean? The way you hear it other stuff. There's a level of you can the players with the fans, interactions that they're able to have with fans. I don't know. I never felt that at a NBA game.
Event.
Right? There's something very wholesome about it that you realize when money comes, all of this is gone. All of this is gone.
Yeah.
Right? The family friend when you see fathers bring their daughters, they're not worried about some crazy person yelling at this woman you're this, that, you're all, you know what I mean? They're not worried. There's no worries. There's a very and I'm like, you're gonna lose that once you invite everybody in. And I think there is something special to them. That's why I'm trying to go to games now, because I'm like, this is not gonna be forever.
Well, even in the comedy aspect out here, where you bring up new fans in this aspect, the space of like all fans. Listen, all what's the phrase? All attention, all the things, all ain't good money, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But when you have new cats come in who only want crowd work, or who come in and they went to a show and it was just like say this, and this, and you trying to talk to the crowds, like that's not what we're doing here. Yeah. Okay, if you want that, I respect that. This right here time is not it. And now you disappointed, I'm frustrated, and we all going home sad about the night. Yeah. So there's a newness because stand-up over the last, just since the pandemic, has continued to take another level up with streaming, et cetera. So sports in general. So it's fascinating just to kind of have the conversation about new fans and what brings both sides. We talked about consequences, I think, on the pre-show, both sides of the coin with this. Yeah. Right? So that was a long way. I forgot where we left off here.
Top 10 rivalries.
All right, we got to speak through this. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's go off the top of our head here.
Well, we got some comments real quick.
Oh, go ahead, give us real quick.
Make sure. I want to encourage everybody to keep commenting.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving that real quick.
So this goes back to The Rock. Y'all know The Rock has a People's Championship belt now. John, that was from Sterling Q. Davis. John Glasgow said, Stone Cold had me living sacrilegiously with an Austin 316 shirt. Yeah. Olympia Penn said, Happy Juneteenth, fellas.
Hey, appreciate you.
Then Sterling Q. Davis said, not Damon 316. Damon 316 says, Little Debbie is my boo.
Sterling knows
and then Glasgow says, still out on the WNBA, but love the banter. And then Elliot Smith appreciated the shade thrown at Nate, and John said that he knew Nate would catch a stray. Oh. And now Sterling is telling Nate to fight back despite not being here.
Nate's caught less strays than I thought he would this episode.
Yeah, also, Nate wouldn't fight back if he was here. So.
No, he wouldn't.
All right, and that's it.
Top 10 rivalries real quick that comes up here. We're going to have fun with this. I'm going to open it up just past sports. Just because we got a lot of different people in the crowd here. Who said? Did somebody say they still out on the W? We gonna talk offline out here.
That's John Glasgow. He says it every week.
He says it every week. John, keep that comment to yourself.
Hey man, no, it's fine.
John, no, it's not fine.
I think it's fine.
Get on the bandwagon, John.
This is what I'm saying. I don't want people who don't want to be there.
No, John's a good guy. I want John in.
If you don't want to be there, I don't want you there.
That's fine. Stay out of here, John. Don't come in no more. All right? They don't want you in. My friends don't want you in. You're out, John. It's out. Delete his comments. All right, here we go. Top 10 rivalries out here. Let's go off top. Biggest sports rivalry that comes to your mind.
Biggest sports
rivalry that comes to your mind right here. Professional sports, major sports, the biggest sports rivalry that comes to your mind.
I'm going to go old school. Yours. Ali Frazier.
That's a good one.
Because he said a lot of disrespectful things.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
They actually didn't like
each other. And I was about to say, they meant it.
In the end, it came back.
Yeah, but in it
was like, hey,
that's a good one.
That's a good rivalry.
That's a good rivalry.
Yeah. This falls in that same category of Messi Ronaldo.
Oh, Messi.
I think that is when they play, which is at this point in time unfortunately rare.
Yeah.
They'll play in the Olympics, I would assume.
Hope so. They may play in the Euros. Argentina and right now. Portugal.
Point being, when they play each other, it is blockbuster. Put it in the theater, and they, I think they have mutual respect at this point in their careers for one another. But I think it's so interesting that Ronaldo famously has said multiple times, like, we have never sat down at a table together, but I hope we will one day.
That is a statement. They've been in the same rooms many times.
So
many times.
They shot some sort of commercial. For, like Louis Vuitton or something. And they literally would not show up on set together.
Nope. What time he leaving?
Yeah.
That's a rivalry. What time he leaving?
What time he leaving, yeah.
I'm not waiting on him.
Yeah. So a couple that came up to mind. Did y'all talk? I missed the episode because I was in dead country. Y'all talked Caitlyn and Team USA already last week. Yeah,
we did not. It was announced 6 days ago. We missed it.
Listen, well, that's a rivalry by itself. That's we got to. Okay, well,
we want to talk about popularity of the Olympics. We need to. Can we please hit that before we're done today?
What, with that part?
Caitlin Clark and
we'll get into that right there. We'll get into the Olympics. People forget the Olympics are happening this year.
Bro, I can't wait.
The Olympics are happening right now. I saw a report the other day. Said that when you ask, I think it was Americans specifically. Yeah. Americans are 7 times more likely to say 7 times more likely to say one specific name when they think of the Olympics. Is there a person you think? If you saw it, don't spoil it.
Jackie Joyner.
Okay. No,
Currently?
president. Currently. Sorry.
Like currently participate.
And it was like, if an American, like right now today, it was like, yo, American
Katie
Olympics.
Katie Ledecky.
Okay. Oh,
she a duck.
I'm trying 7 times more likely for any American. That's crazy number.
Michael Phelps would come to mind, but he's not an Olympic.
The answer was Simone Biles.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Simone Biles was one.
I forgot
Another great answer.
Doing it.
Because she's a goat of goats.
Well, because I thought she you have nothing else to prove.
Nothing else to prove. She did and came back and was like, I'm still the best.
That's the thing. In my mind, she's still retired, but she's
so
like, no, I'm
that's great right there. Non-sports rivalry. Non-sports rivalry.
Well, can you give me your favorite sports rivalry?
Yeah.
Before we do that,
my sport. Mine is really a cop out to be honest here, but it just made me think of it was really just anybody against Jordan in the finals. I just was like, nobody can beat him. So when you come up, he's gonna take it personal.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
He was gonna take it personal, and so Jordan in the '90s against the field. I think it was crazy.
That's
all right.
Non-sports
rivalry.
Oh, I got one.
Give it to me.
The Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Can we talk about this for half a second? You were gonna say the same thing?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't gonna say that?
I have a redneck rivalry.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put a pin in that. Give me that redneck.
Yeah.
Ford Chevy, baby.
Ford Chevy.
It is the most decisive.
That is.
If you were
redneck
sitting
101.
If you were sitting at a table with someone like some rednecks, and you're like, "Are you a Ford guy or Chevy guy?" They will have an answer
immediate,
and it will be
immediate,
and it will change the dynamic of the conversation.
Wait, what are you?
I'm a Ford guy.
I knew that. That was a Coke. It was a Coke Pepsi conversation. It's a Coke Pepsi conversation.
Absolutely.
Coke Pepsi, Ford Chevrolet.
Absolutely.
We got to get back to this Coyote for a second.
Yeah.
Here. Listen, I think it's not a rivalry.
It's not though.
It's not because
it is on site.
Listen,
which makes
the
it
Coyote.
He never comes close.
The Coyote is the only one who's thinking this is a rivalry.
Yeah.
The Roadrunner is just living life.
Living life.
She's living it. I don't know what. I'm not going to transgender this person, but this
transgender this person.
That was the wrong phrase.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not
gonna
misgender them.
Misgender.
No. I'm gonna stay with trans. Transatlantic translation.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? Transcommunication. You with me here? Transfer. What I'm gonna say is this. All right. The Roadrunner is living life. The Coyote is the only one fighting in this.
All right.
Has there ever been a time
Not once.
the Roadrunner was like,
I ain't never seen him caught.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, then let me give you one that's better. Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, that's great.
Tom and Jerry. There are times Tom gets Jerry in his hand.
Oh, my goodness.
And Jerry's got to figure it out. So there are times where he got some sort of event. So I go
a little bit more tension in that relationship.
I haven't. The other one who I have against the field is Bugs. Bugs had 8 enemies.
He's Jordan.
He's Jordan.
He's the Jordan.
Bugs was hated by Porky Pig, Elmer Fudd, the Martian, Daffy Duck.
Daffy hated him for sure, and that was his best friend.
If my best friend tried to kill me once a month,
Daffy despised
it.
Yeah,
he would spit in his face.
I go back and watch those old cartoons, and I'm like, what were we teaching ourselves?
I don't even think we know.
There was no teachable moments out here.
Yeah.
We were shooting ducks in the face.
It was not Daniel Tiger.
Roadrunner's a man.
Roadrunner's a man?
Yeah, Roadrunner's a male.
You've confirmed this?
Yeah. It's from the creator Chuck Jones.
See? I didn't translate. I think we hit it.
We need to tag Caitlin Clark.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Real quick comments. Sterling Q. Davis said old school Celtics versus Lakers for rivals. And Glasgow said for non-sports, Cat Williams versus Kevin Hart.
Is that a rivalry? I hear you. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. All right, let's get.
Do they not like each other?
I think Cat don't like him. I don't think Kevin Hart pays no money.
It's a Roadrunner.
Kevin don't pay him no attention.
And Justin Taylor just said Kanye West versus George Bush.
I thought you were going to say Jewish people.
I thought you were going to say Taylor Swift. There's a lot you could go against.
You
can go against the black people. It's a lot that he's really going against.
Yeah.
Anyway,
mainly himself.
It's an eternal journey.
Yeah.
We wish you well. Let's stay here because it came out 6 days ago. You said
6 days ago.
All right. So the gold is likely coming back to the women's team again. The team
women's
is just
US basketball.
Women's U.S. basketball is just too dominant. It is not like the NBA and how. European players are top 5 in the NBA, right? Which is the best league in the world for basketball. It is not like that in the women's world in basketball. No. The best players play in the WNBA.
Toughest league
are from America.
Yes. Right? So, like the other day, the women's U.S. 18 team smashed some country.
It was Puerto Rico.
Was it Puerto Rico?
Was it Dominican?
It was somebody.
It was like 102 to 22.
It was shut the game down.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop the game at halftime.
It's not good.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
good.
bad for diplomatic relations. I can't go to you and ask you to join me to help do something. You just beat me up like this. This is terrible.
All that star-studded. Caitlin Clark was left off. Really quick before we wrap up here, let's talk about it here. Do you agree with it? Like it? Not like it? Give me your thoughts on it. I'm start with you, Dan. Here, Caitlin Clark coming in rookie this season right here. A lot of great players who've been on the team before. Some new players as well. Some other great players were left off as well. We cannot forget that. Shout out to Enrique and the Dallas Wings.
She wasn't left off.
She opted out?
No, she wasn't left off. She didn't. She took her name out.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah, it is different.
I still want you on the team.
But
You're
I respect
baller.
that. If you don't want to represent USA, don't be there.
Yeah. Big facts.
She was like stylistically, it doesn't make sense for me to play.
Oh, bet. Fantastic. Fantastic player.
Yes.
All right, Dan. So did you agree, disagree with it here, and go with it?
Yeah. That's not the case. I think so. Look, the Olympics for those that participate or enjoy them is a massive deal. Mm-hmm. To represent your country is some people's dream.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
And it is the only amateur you're not you're compensated by the Olympic Committee if you win a medal.
Sure.
So it's the only way to be compensated for your time, but you're not compensated theoretically. The point is that this is like a massive honor that and what is going to drive interest is putting people on the team who will bring the eyeballs, and I just fundamentally don't understand why you wouldn't put the most popular basketball player who can hang on the team. It's not like they are just random slouch.
True.
It would become the Simone Biles show of the gymnastics competition, where all of America would tune in. Mm-hmm. It would be the World Cup when the women's team is in the finals, where all of America would tune in. And if that's not your cup of tea, I can understand why you feel that way. But for the rest of us, we enjoy those moments.
For sure.
And I think the fact that the coach, the selection committee was like, hey, we don't want to get into the situation where we're catching flack about playing time or whatever. We just don't want to explain ourselves. We don't want to have to explain that we have to play the whole team. All of those are bad excuses, in my opinion, for not putting her on the team and creating a cultural moment for this country. Because I think it would be a good moment for women's. It would continue to advance this conversation around women's basketball as meaningful in the United States of America. And because of that, it is going to be what WNBA was 5 years ago. There's a small contingent of people that will care deeply about those games, and a small contingent, and the rest of us will tune into the swimming and the gymnastics that evening.
What do you think, David?
So, a lot of people made the argument about, Christian Laettner made it out of college.
He did.
But he didn't play.
Did not?
So two things I want to say. One, it's fine that she didn't make it because she need to rest. She ain't had no rest at all.
The transition from college women's basketball to
2
WNBA
days
is nothing.
She wasn't even able to practice or work out for Team USA to even be part of it. Also, she is on the short list of replacements.
She is.
Right? Also, you got to ask yourself, who are you taking off?
This is the question people don't want to answer.
Who are you taking off? And there's nobody that you're taking off. You're not taking off. I'm not taking off. People said Tarazi. Tarazi still busted.
Are you insane?
People, she's still busted. You're not taking off Kelsey Plum. She's earned it with 3
Jackie
on 3.
Young. Yeah,
she's not taking off any of these. So,
it's a tough one.
So then, let's say you take one of them off and then you put her on a team.
Sure.
Whose minutes she taking?
Yeah.
She's not taking anyone's minutes. So but to your point, Dan, I think that if you were gonna put her in, you also need to put Angel Reese on.
Agreed.
Talk to me.
And I say that because people talk about the moment is missed with Caitlin Clark. No, the moment is missed because people aren't talking about this enough. Women's college basketball made the WNBA
women's
popular.
college basketball.
So it wasn't just Caitlin. It was Reese. It was Clark. It's gonna
South
be
Carolina.
It's gonna be South Carolina. It's gonna be Paige Beckers.
Juju.
It's gonna be Juju.
Yeah.
They're because of the NIL deals.
All the
they're in
things.
people's face. They're the ones
They
carrying.
understand social media.
They're carrying the WNBA. So to have nobody from this historic run on the team is weird. But now, that being said, in 4 years, that team gonna be nasty.
Ooh, that's a great point.
It's nasty. But yeah, Give her a break.
So,
listen,
you're going on a physical statement.
Like, give her a break, man. Y'all expect too much out of this girl, man. She tired. Yeah. Let her breathe.
No, I like it. I like her off. I like it off for a couple reasons. One, it depends on the main goal, right? And so then all points are valid. Your points are valid as well. I think to be honest, both sides of the coin, there's a lot of valid points. So I think it goes at the end of the day to the purpose. If the main purpose was to put the best team there to win the goal again, I think there are more people on that list who should be on before her, personally. If the main goal was for the Olympics committee team to put that team together to be thinking about the W as well and building up the women's game in totality, then you put her on there. For me, who I'm a huge fan of Olympics. I'm about gold. It's one of the few times in 4 years when my patriotism reeks its head out. I'm like, USA all day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. Pound for pound, any sport. I don't care what we're doing. Yeah. We jumping over water, getting on the horse. We out here, right? So if we trying to get this goal and continue to dominate, then I want the best team. And so at the end of the day, I was like, no, I get it. I respect it. And also, just if I'm being honest, I'm not mad. Even in the validity of your points, I'm not mad. Gotta wait a little bit. Sometimes you gotta.
I like.
Sometimes you gotta.
I like that you're creating a monster.
You're 21. You'll be around, baby. So I'm not mad at that. As I don't know if that's my dad or if that's my whatever, but I'm like, no.
Yeah,
you're right.
I like
chill a bit.
She's not had to have like a real chip on her shoulder.
Chill out for a little bit. So I do like that too.
Yeah,
I do like that too.
Then
she come in. She's 24. She got Juice. She got Paige. She got Ainge. She got, you know what I'm saying?
Women's basketball is going to be on a whole nother level in 4 years.
But I think both sides are solid right there. Let us know what you think. I'm sure there's probably a couple comments about Caitlin in, Caitlin out.
Yeah. Real quick, Sterling said that he saw the Puerto Rican national team lose to Las Vegas Aces bad in WNBA pre-games. It's not even close. And then Olympia Penn says, decision makes sense to me when you consider how much she reacts to challenging a game here and how athletes like Simone have taken mental health breaks in the middle of the competition.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She just want. I feel bad for her sometimes. She just want to play basketball. And everybody's like, what do you feel about this?
I'm just trying to hope.
This wasn't part of the dream.
I'm just trying to hope.
Like it wasn't part of the dream.
Where's she from? She's not from Iowa.
She is from Iowa.
She's from Iowa?
Yeah, she's from Iowa.
Oh, she was a hometown kid?
Hometown kid.
Oh, that's
what I'm saying.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know she was from Iowa.
Yeah.
See, now when I look at the eyes, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
See the Iowa in her eyes?
I see it in the eyes. When you see, it's a lot. That Midwest. That Midwest, it's a different group of people.
Facts.
We did it.
We
did it, team. All without Nathan Owens. It was a good time out here. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
And more
you
shots
certainly
Nate,
did. That was a lovely moment. We want him to rest.
I'll say it.
Mental health break for him. Hope you enjoyed rocking with us out here. We gotta get out of here. I'm Damon Sumner. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Damon Jr. 2, DAMON, JR at the number 2.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DoOrDie. That's at DUEORDIE. Real quick, if you're in Atlanta this weekend, I'll be at the Punchline featuring there. And then this coming Sunday through Wednesday, I'm at Onward Theater doing like a
working out material.
Residency with the friend of the show, Mandel.
Friend of the show.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Get some David Perdue in your life.
We working.
I like it.
We working on some stuff. I got some stuff I'm working on.
Come on.
Also, randomly, if you're in Seattle next month, July 10th through the 13th.
Put it on the calendar. Seattle,
I'll be
he's
in
coming.
Seattle for the Bloomberg Climate Fest. I'm doing comedy there. So I just want to know somebody in Seattle.
Yeah, just to know somebody.
I don't know nobody in Seattle.
Pull up on David in Seattle.
This is an early warning about that.
That is. Dan Dunn running back.
Global warming's a farce.
You heard it here first.
Interesting.
Holla.